hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Welcome into this beautiful sacred space that together we create. Good morning. God bless you. Here we go. We're moving forward. Changing the world one day at a time, 1 second at a time, just by being here this morning. I don't know about you, but I'm expecting a miracle. I'm expecting a good word.
was a time in my life, thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't think the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Just let it go. And this is what you have to say. So I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. I'm only here for God.
Good morning. They let me come back a second Sunday, guys. For those who may not know, my name is Reverend Angie. I'm here to welcome you. Spiritual Campus. Yes. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of our leaders, Reverend John and Reverend Carrie, to First Unity Spiritual Campus. Thank you for being here this morning. I would like to take this time to acknowledge our first-time visitors. We will not ask you to stand or raise your hand, but we will ask you to visit our Welcome Center in the lobby, and we ask that if you would fill out a Get Acquainted card, and we also have a wonderful gift for you. So come on and help me welcome our first-time visitors. I would also like to acknowledge our online visitors. We thank you so much for being with us this morning. If you wouldn't mind, please check in the comment section and let us know where you're joining us from. Thank you so much for being here. Come on, help me welcome our online visitors as well. And now it's time for our favorite part. We're going to connect with someone in our row, eye to eye, and I would like for you to say, good morning. Welcome to First Unity. You're so amazing. You're so awesome. You're great. I see you healthy. I see you wealthy. And I see you wise. Give yourselves a hand. Now we're going to welcome up Reverend Carrie Bell with some announcements.
I tricked y'all. I came from that side today, right? I have the pleasure of helping out the AV team today. I get to scratch that little itch. So y'all pray for me, but give me a round of applause, right? Right? I'm so multifaceted. Reverend John, come on up. We want to talk to you guys as a family. As a family. So John, come talk to us as a family.
I don't know, you set that up and I got weird feelings. I don't know what was about. I was going to just brag on you about how you can do everything. She's running cameras and stuff today. So this is fantastic. So there's the word was on the street. I heard that somebody had said, Carrie and I are looking for another church to go minister at. So I wanted to go ahead and deal with that craziness right now. That's absolutely not the case. And so if someone is sharing that news with you, it's not news, it's the rumor mill, because we know where we are supposed to be assigned, and that is right here, okay? It's right here. And not just supposed to be assigned, but we love the assignment. We're glad to be here and a part of this community. Let me just say this about motivations around things like that. Everybody has their own motivations, and I don't even know who said it. I'm not interested. It doesn't matter to me. And most of the time when those kinds of things are said to me and somebody starts to be named, I'm like, I don't, it's fine. I don't need names. I don't even want to associate. I just don't want to have any room for judgment in my life around whoever it may be. It doesn't matter. But let me tell you the truth. The truth is that First Unity Spiritual Campus, we are in transition, we are in transformation, and we're in the process of coming into our greatest years ever. And what happens is there's not everybody wants us to succeed. I'm going to say that one more time. Not everybody wants a community like ours to succeed. And so sometimes there are words that go out simply because there are folks who have ulterior motives. It's fine. Let them keep those ulterior motives. They will alter their life, not ours. We have decided to stand in this space at this season in the history and herstory of humanity with First Unity. We have a vision, we have a mission, and we're going to go forward and see that fulfilled. I just wanted to share that with you from my heart.
Yes. Yeah, you can't get rid of us that easy, guys. Not happening. Not happening. All right, guys, I'm excited. I have some great announcements for the week. There's a lot going on and getting ready to go on with First Unity. So our Wednesday evening meditation with Reiki is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Asbury Arms Clubhouse. That's in St. Pete. This week is facilitated by Emmanuel, Bob, and Michaela. So we have the trio. We'd love for you to join us. Our Oneness and Social Justice team meets the fourth Thursday of the month by Zoom. We have Miss Tanya here today. She has been graciously helping us with our Oneness team, and they have some really awesome things on their agenda. So if you're interested in being part of the Oneness team and making a difference, you can see Tanya in the lobby after service or myself. Our Artist of the Month is Reverend Alara Lavelle. Yes, she is one of our very own prayer chaplains, so we are grateful for her. If you would like to stop by her booth in the lobby after service, I know she'd be appreciative of that. Next Sunday, we will be back here in the Benninger Theater. We're here till the end of the month, and we are working on extending that, so stay tuned. All right, guys, Spirit Expressing. We're only a couple months away from that, so we are going to go ahead and have one more week of host signups. We will be reading the book, The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's a 7-week book study series. It's going to go through each of the chapters. But if you are interested in facilitating a group, it's very simple. You literally pick the date, the time, and the place, and then we give you all the information you need to facilitate. Next week, we will start with the participant signups. So we're giving one more week to our group hosts. If you'd like to go ahead and purchase your book, The Biology of Belief, and the workbook, we do have those in the lobby. See Angie after service. Okay, guys, I'm really excited about this one. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? It is our yearly Spirit Expressing Gala time. So yes, all right, I am so excited to announce this year our theme is Taste the Nations, an immersive evening of culture, connection, and celebration. We're going global, y'all. This is going to be big, and it's going to be fun. So it's going to be Friday, October 17th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:45, and it is here at Eckerd College, guys. It's at Fox Hall. So it's literally just around the corner from Miller Auditorium, where we have met a few times. So it's very easy for you guys to find. It's a beautiful space that overlooks the water. I'm super excited. So ticket prices, the general admission is $30. The VIP admission is $55, but that does include a culture kit, which is a pretty cool bag of things that you're going to want, and 2 tickets to our global tasting lounge called Sips of the World. So if you'd like to purchase your tickets, we're ready, guys. I know there is a limited number of the capacity for the building, so I would suggest you get your tickets early. You can do that in the lobby after service with Angie. Also, this is a fundraiser, guys, so just so you know, when you purchase a ticket to this gala, you are getting an awesome experience, but it is a fundraiser for First Unity. This is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, so we ask that you come and have fun, but also support your home, support your church. But we also have another way that you can support the church, and that is by being a sponsor. So this year, we have 3 levels of sponsorship. The first one is going to be the Global Table Host. I'm going to go through these quickly. That is basically where if you would like to host a table and represent a country of your choice or of your origin, you can purchase this sponsorship, but you get quite a few things included in this. You're going to get global tasting lounge tickets. You get 2 VIP tickets with this. So that's one option. The second is going to be our Global Impact sponsorship. This is more catered toward business owners, or even if you just want to personally do it. You get 2 general admission tickets. You do get a business meet and greet out in our lobby one Sunday of your choice. And then you get your shout outs in our newsletters and things like that. So this is catered more towards business. If you or anyone you know in our community would like to do this, let us know. And then the last one is our Cultural Connection sponsorship. This one is $100. It does include 1 general admission ticket, and then you get your social media newsletters to represent your business or even just a shout out. So these are really good ways to give back, guys, and then you also get a little something for it. So we would love for you to join us in however you choose to do that, but it's going to be a great night. So I am super excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The last thing I did want to announce, we do also have a silent auction fundraiser that's part of that gala. So if you guys have something that is from a global, around the world, we're very flexible. It could be items from around the world, a language class if you have someone who, if you know that you speak a couple different languages, gift baskets, services, gift certificates, anything like that. See myself or Angie in the lobby after service. We'd love for you to donate that. Last year, our silent auction fundraiser was really, really great, guys. So we hope you guys will allow us to have that again this year. Okay, that's it for the banquet. I know that was a lot. Okay, and then the last order of business is, I know we typically have a annual business meeting in the beginning of the year, but we are going to have a mid-year annual business meeting. That's just to catch you up on the progress of what First Unity's been doing, some financial information, some milestones of what we hit, and where we're looking to go in the second half of the year. So that's going to be Sunday, August 31st. That is after service here in the Benninger Theater. So we're going to give you guys a little time to go grab some food and then come back at 1 o'clock. So we really would like everyone to be a part of this because you guys are our family and you are what make First Unity happen, so you're very much a part of this, and we'd love for you to join us. Okay, I think I've got enough. I think I've spoke enough. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of the service.
How are we this morning? I'm grateful to sing this beautiful Psalms to you today. And I hold it dear to my heart that every day, every second, you have the opportunity to anchor yourself in the truth. These are the days I wish never end, when we wake up in the presence and we let each day begin. Thank you, Nick, for, yes. It's like the moment when the sun wakes up the night. I'm reaching out to heaven, reaching for the light. A chance to say I love you, perfect entrance to a day when I pray in your quietness, reflecting on your grace. These are the days I wish would never end, when I wake within your presence, as we make the day begin, when morning is spent, bringing us together. These are the days. Struggle not to let time simply fade. How our routines and our patterns quickly lose you in the maze. Jesus, keep me faithful, keep the word so true. As we anchor in your stillness, we see divine truth. These are the days that I wish would never end. How I wake within your presence, as we make each day begin, when morning is spent, bringing us together. These are the days. Lord, as I seek you, reveal your wake within your presence, as we make each day begin, when morning is spent, bringing us together. These are the days that I wish would never end, when I wake within your presence, as we make each day begin, when morning is spent, bringing us together. These are the days. These are the days. It all begins.
Thank you, Jemiah, for creating that beautiful space for us to enter into our own internal peace and joy. The only place we find it is right here, right now, in this present moment. So let's find it, already here within you. Maybe beginning to close your eyes, or keeping them at a soft gaze. Whether you call this meditation or prayer, it matters not. But this is your place where you go inside yourself to access the sanctuary, the peace, the security that we only find when we come out of the outside world. Romans 12 tells us, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So right now, beginning to focus on your breath and breathing. Just simply relaxing, letting go. And beginning to feel the rise and the fall of your breath, the bridge that will always take you inside yourself, out of the outside world, where we now begin to renew and transform this mind of ours, also known as a monkey mind. So noticing the beginning of your next inhale breath, wherever you feel this, follow this breath up. And then at the top, watch the turnaround, and as you exhale through your mouth or your nose, just allowing the breath of God, the breath of Spirit, to cleanse and clear you here. Taking another inhale breath as you lengthen, drawing this breath of life, of Spirit, all the way up. And then as you exhale, just allowing this breath, this energy to move into any area of your body that you're feeling tense and tired. Keep going here 2 more times, preparing the way as we go inwards, filling up, holding maybe to take another sip of air at the top, and then exhale, sighing it all out, letting everything go. Continue to scan your own body here. Notice maybe the support of the chair beneath you, the feel of your spine as it connects to the back of the chair. And for all of you with us online, we are energetically connecting here, renewing our minds and our spirits. So move now with your own natural breath and breathing. And I'm going to invite you to come up to the screen of your mind, the monkey mind. Maybe you're in a place of no thought and you know how to go into that place you need to go. But if you're experiencing any thoughts in this moment, ask yourself, notice, are you planting weeds or flowers in the garden that is within you? Just notice. We create our world by the thoughts we think. Maybe you'd like to settle here and just become the witness, the observer of these thoughts. And just noticing if you're planting more weeds than flowers. Maybe reverse that. Maybe you have a favorite mantra. Maybe you'd like to use, I am now transforming and renewing my mind. Stay connected with your breath if your mind wanders. Notice that it doesn't matter what is happening in the outside world. You can always come in here and connect to that deep, unchanging part, the wholeness of who you are. I am divinity. I am light. I am not my thoughts. So if you'd like to rest in your heart space, or maybe settle in your spiritual eye, just allow the essence, the spirit of who you are to arise within you. Become acquainted with this feeling, this essence of who you are. Notice your breath. I am not my thoughts. I am now connecting to the divinity, the truth of who I am. Feel this. I know the truth of who I am. I breathe in love and flow with life. Bringing your awareness now maybe back to the screen of your mind. Maybe noticing now if your mind is feeling refreshed, renewed. Notice your breath. This is the truth of who I am, and this truth sets me free. Feel this. I am divinity, I am spirit, I am energy. I am everlasting life. So maybe now just doing a self-inventory and noticing maybe any challenges that you have encountered. And maybe seeing these challenges as an opportunity to practice, to go within. Notice your heart. Can you free yourself here by forgiving someone or some situation? Free yourself. Few more cycles of breath here. Continuing to transform your mind, to renew your mind, to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, to experience who you are as a free spirit. Keeping your eyes closed here, but beginning to bring some movement back into your body. Really feeling what this meditative time does for us, how it renews us. Noticing how relaxed your body is. Maybe noticing the breath as it moves through your nostrils. But most of all, noticing the peace, the serenity that you have created within your heart. Beginning maybe to wiggle your fingers, your toes, just bringing movement back into your body here. Maybe even drawing your arms up over your head, just feeling that sense of being alive, being here in this present moment. Maybe bringing your hands together in prayer position and pushing your thumbs into your heart. Anjali Mudra, as we bow the wisdom of the mind here towards the compassion of the heart. And I'd like to leave you with these words of wisdom from Lao Tzu, who said the following about our thoughts. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. And so it is. Namaste.
Oh, yeah. Reverend Aileen, always taking us there. Yummy. Good morning, family. Everybody smile at me. So we started a new series called Living in Frequency, where we are doing a little bit of discovery, some inspiration from Dr. David Hawkins, who is an American psychiatrist who spent really a lot of his time in his career in his purpose, which he believed was here to map consciousness, to be able to sort of put it on some level of a scale. I want us to be careful that when we start talking about scales, some of us can start thinking about levels being greater than another one. And, here's the thing about life, as I mentioned last week, it's not linear, it's more of a spiral. And sometimes it's spiral up and spiral down. Y'all ever done that? Anybody in here ever spiraled down? This last week, did y'all spin out? Anybody spin out a little bit? Sometimes you feel like you're spinning out. And if you are paying attention to the news, it's not very new. It's just to spin you out. But we're talking about living in frequency because what I am inviting us all to do is to really become committed to living in love, joy, and peace. And choosing that frequency has its own dangers because the moment that you start to shift a habit, the mind starts to tell you that's not going to work because the mind is more concerned about consistency in habit than it is your success in life. This doesn't mean the mind is your enemy. The mind is just more concerned about staying consistent and keeping you safe. The mind would rather keep you safe than for you to be successful. It's not interested in the success because to it, it's preservation. So when you have built a habit, how many know what I'm talking about? You've ever tried to break a habit before? The mind is made to keep a habit. I mean, you want it to be habitual because that is what makes it possible for you to, when you decide to get up and go somewhere, to be able to walk in that general location because your body has a habit that once you think a thought about stepping, that it's going to do that. This is why when there's a neurological dis-ease or disorder that people suffer from, it causes mobility issues because it's dealing with a brain that is used to doing those habitual things. Okay? So your mind is not at war with you. Somebody say, my mind is not at war with me. Say that like you mean it. My mind is not at war with me. Furthermore, I'm not at war with my mind. However, most of us have let our mind rule our life because at a very young age, we were taught to believe in limitations. Many of us are still here with some level of shackles on our life. We yell freedom, but a lot of us are still struggling with the truth of who we really are. And religion reinforces that. Politics reinforces that. Governmental systems reinforce that. Economic systems reinforce the limitations because it is easier to keep you attached and working a system that works for just a few if you don't remember who you are. Spirituality at its greatest, in my personal opinion, and everyone has one, in my personal opinion, the greatest thing that spirituality can ever do is to help you to wake up to the truth of your greatness, to who you really, really are. Not to be less of a sinner and more righteous in the sense of the way we've seen it in religion where you qualify for God's love, but to give you back the reality or help you to see the reality that you were never outside of God's love, that you can't be separate from God. You are a part of very God. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you are a part of God. God is a part of you. That means you is God. Because it is you and you are it. So we're talking about living in frequency, and today I'm going to ask us to do something before we go any further. I'm going to ask us, if you will, to stand up. Yes, stand up, those who are able. And if I had Taylor Swift's song, Shake It Off, we would so use it right here. But what I am going to ask you to do is physically move the body. Start shaking your arms just a little bit. Shake your hands. Shake your hips if you want to. Watch out now, watch out. Some of us, if we break a hip, it's a death sentence, so be very mindful of that. But shake just for a moment. Shake your face if you need to. Maybe smile, allow a smile to come on your face. We're going to move today into the frequency of joy. Somebody say, I'm going to enjoy my life. I choose that right now. All right, high five somebody. Share that joy with somebody. Now, this is just to get you a little bit shook up because last week we talked about the frequency of love. Remember, we said that love is the gateway drug. So it's the gateway, it's the opening into the higher levels of consciousness. You may be seated if you want to, and if you don't want to, stand up. We can act like a Pentecostal church if you want to. You too. We talked about love and how love is not always just hugging you. It's not actually here to coddle you. That love is actually here to dismantle anything that's not you. And that can feel very painful. Sometimes we want love to just go, oh, it's okay, baby. But love is telling you the truth about you. And the truth about you is so much better than anybody else has ever told you. But today we're moving into joy. Somebody say, we're moving into joy. And if I was going to subtitle this, it would be, or title this actually out of the series, it would be The Lightness of Being. Now, the lightness of being, two things. One that I want to point out. One, lightness means to not carry heaviness. It's to get rid of the heaviness. It's to unburden yourself. But I love that the root word for lightness is light. It's to walk into the luminosity of the truth of who you are. You are a luminosity. You are energy that is in human form. This is why you have emotions, because emotions are just energy in motion. And you are an energetic being. And the reason that things around you affect you is because you're an energetic being. But I want to help us to be affected but not infected. It's okay to experience the affect of what's happening, but I want us to be free from the disease by freeing ourselves through getting into higher levels of frequency. So I decided to write it down this way. Frequency. I am a frequency carrier. And I said this to my own self. You can repeat it if you'd like. I'm not here to match the noise. Tanya, you on target with me. I'm not here to match the noise. I'm here to set the tone. Now you ought to say that like you believe it. I'm not here to match the noise that's going on in the world. I'm here to set the tone. Somebody say that. I'm here to set the tone. See, love is my signal, joy is the transmission, and peace is the broadcast. I said love is the signal, but joy is the transmission. Today we are here to transmit. We are here to transcend. And we are here to transform. All of them have the same root word. It means to change or to shift, because shift happens, and it's happening right now. If you're turned on to chaos, you're going to miss me. That needs to be the resounding mantra of our life. If you are tuned to chaos, you're going to miss me. But if you're tuned to truth, you'll feel me before you ever even hear me. See, I'm less interested in my words being heard by the world than I am them experiencing my essence before I ever say a word. People will forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel, said Maya Angelou. So Dr. David Hawkins wrote this book titled Power versus Force. Now, a lot of people thought he was just into consciousness mapping, and that was a part of it. But the power versus force actually goes back to a very ancient belief system, and that is this, that power comes from alignment with truth, love, and higher consciousness. But it is effortless because it's power. Somebody say power is effortless. That means if you're trying, you're pushing, you're pulling, you're not operating in power, you're operating in force. And every force will create a counter force. What you resist will persist simply because you've given your energy to it by bringing the force. I'm a powerful person, not a forceful person. I said, I'm a powerful person, not a forceful person. I don't need to force myself into any arenas. I don't need to force myself into any space. See, forcing yourself is what you're doing when you're trying to fit in. But power is when you belong and you know it. See, this is why people will say, don't you want to reach everybody from First Unity? Don't you think this is a church for everybody? We all know my answer to that. This is not a church for everybody. It is a church for anybody. That means everyone is welcome at the table, but there's some folks ain't ready to be powerful. Amen. That's why we keep going to religion and chaining ourselves up every week. I'm going to say this again because I may say this until we can't say it anymore. Look at me, everybody who's watching this by live stream. Those who are in this space, folks who are part of the Q+ community, stop going to churches that are beating you up and sending your soul to hell. They're just using your tithes and your offerings and they don't want your gift. Stop going there. Women, Can I hear the ladies in the house? Stop going to churches and spiritual communities that don't acknowledge that you're just as good as any other man and won't ordain you because they don't acknowledge your truth. Stop. Stop going to places that are abusing you. Find a space where they're not lifting you up. They don't have to. They just acknowledge the uplifting that you are. See, I don't need to give anybody freedom. It's not my right to give somebody freedom. You're already free. I just want to remind you that you are. Somebody who says they've given you your freedom have just incarcerated you with an idea because they can't give you freedom. Only you can acknowledge the freedom that you already have. And that's what it means to rise into frequency. Somebody say, I'm already free. I'm already free. So power is alignment with truth. It's alignment with love. It's alignment with higher consciousness. But it's effortless because it's magnetic and it's self-sustaining. It doesn't need a source. It's not a resource. It is the source. It is the truth. Force comes from the ego. Force comes from the ego. It comes from fear. It comes from a need to control. And most people who need to control are out of control internally, and that's why they're trying to control externally. So if you know somebody who's controlling, it's because on the inside, they're scared of who they are. Well, now, if you're sitting next to a spouse, now is not the time to hit them. Wait till later when y'all had a drink. It isn't right now, ain't that time. So force is from the ego, it's from fear, it's from control, it's manipulative, it's exhausting, and it's always a mess because it always meets resistance. True transformation, said Dr. David Hawkins, happens by elevating consciousness, not by pushing harder. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he just said you can chill out. One of the reasons that many of us have a hard time manifesting is because we believe it's going to happen by our work. It doesn't happen by your work. It happens by your rest. I'm going to say that one more time for this group right here. The reason we struggle with manifestation is because many of us think that it's going to happen by our work, but your manifestation coming to fruition is not going to happen by your work. It's going to happen by your rest. See, you resting in it proves to the universe you believe you're aligned with the truth that has already been pumped through the pipeline waiting for you to hook up to it. Come on, somebody. See, the thing is, the presence of truth is always going to get rid of the falsehood because falsehood will fall away in the presence of truth effortlessly. That is power. I don't need to justify when folks lie on me. You don't need to justify. Walk in your truth. It doesn't matter what somebody says about you. What do you say about you? What is your truth? And this is what leads us to understanding more about joy. That I'm not trying harder. I am enjoying my life. By not trying harder, I'm simply aligning with the truth of who I am. Today, we are reclaiming joy. Today, we're saying that we're reclaiming joy, not polite greeting card kind of joy, not that cheer up kind of stuff, not that, but the deep, check this out, uncaused, soul level radiance that cannot be taken from you. Y'all remember the song, the joy of the Lord is my strength? No, y'all don't remember? Got any charismaniacs who was up in here? Yeah. Because I were one, so I understand. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 10 actually says that, but in the Hebrew, I broke it down like this. This is the John Henry Scott translation. I went to the Hebrew to read it. I just translated it more modernly. Can y'all hear this? The joy of the eternal presence is my inner sanctuary. You see, in the Hebrew, it said, the joy of Yahweh is my stronghold. So bringing that into modern English, it's just this simple. The joy of the eternal presence, Yahweh, that's all Yahweh means. And the reason it's Yahweh and Yahovah is because Hebrew doesn't have the letter J in it. It's not in their alphabet. The joy of the eternal presence is in my inner sanctuary. It anchors me, it uplifts me, and it makes me unshakable. The reason I asked you to stand up and shake just a moment ago is because when you realize you're the one who has the right to shake you, you won't let anything else outside of you shake you, because you're anchored to the truth of the sanctuary that is within you. Somebody say, I'm unshakable. So we're not talking about joy that's here when things go right. See, that's happiness. Happiness is dependent on a happening. That's why they're spelled close to the same. I'm gonna say that one more time. Happiness is dependent on what's happening. That's why they're spelled close to the same. They're right next door to each other. In fact, they're identical twins. Happiness and happening stay right close together. Joy is separate from that. Joy is it's a frequency. It is not an emotion. It's a vibrational frequency. It's not an emotion that is going to be affected by what's happening outside of me. This joy that makes you whole and complete is on the inside of you, no matter what's going on the outside of you. You are not the external, you are the internal. And you're the internal eternal that's happening in a temporary external world. Say this with me, if you will. I won't make demands, but this is a very highly suggested affirmation. Say this with me. The joy of the infinite, flows through me now. And in that flow, I find my unshakable strength. One more time, just for good measure. The joy of the infinite, flows through me now. And in that flow, I find my unshakable strength. Now, if you can feel that in your bones, shout like you do. Shout like you do. Lift up your voice. Folks will say, why do you get people to do that? Why do you get people to do that? Because I want you to punctuate when you declare the truth. Punctuate it with an exclamation mark. Stop letting the explanations of the planet, the explanations of the systems of this world determine your experience. I want you to put an exclamation mark on the truth when your mouth affirms the truth. So today we're going to unpack joy as a state, not an emotion, as surrender, as soul language, and then lastly, as sacred rebellion. You'll feel rebellious. Joy is not emotional hype. It is not conditional. So I don't need the conditions to change. In fact, joy is the fragrance of a soul that is aligned with the truth. Dr. Hawkins was mapping joy at 540, just above love. And he said this, he said, pleasure fades, happiness fluctuates, but joy is not a mood, it is a vibration that is measurable. So you don't get joy. Look at your neighbor and say, you don't get joy. You remember it. You don't get it like somebody handed you a gift. You remember. And the reason we need to remember it is because life is constantly trying to dismember it. And so we're remembering. The core teachings are this. Number one, joy is a state, not a stimulus. Somebody say joy is a state, not a stimulus. See, we've been trained to chase pleasure, to look for pleasure. We have dopamine overload in our world. Why do you think they call it dope? Dope. Why do you think they call it dope? See, the reason they've called drugs dope is because it affects the dopamine and it causes you to become addicted. And many of us are addicted to trauma and drama because we're constantly experiencing it. And this is why we're in a state of mind where we think we need stimulus in order to reach our spiritual levels, and we become addicted to pleasure. But pleasure depends on conditions. Joy exists in all conditions. Now see, I know the mind right now is saying that, John, it's impossible to always be in joy. I'm not saying your mind speaks that way, but mine does. Mine speaks like a stuck-up teacher who knows everything. Mine talks just like that to me. Now, John, you know. And I can hear the naysay of the mind saying, now, John, just come on now. You got to understand. You can't always be joyful, but you can. Maybe not happy. Maybe you're not always bouncing around like, those people are irritating. You know, I talked about them a little bit. I didn't mean to, but I talked about them a little bit last week where everything's floaty. And I did a couple of moves. I was sore the rest of the week, so I'm not going to do it today. But I was kind of ballet dancing it. Ow, see? And I'm not talking about not being grounded, but joy is a deeper thing. It's an experience on the inside of us. It's a frequency on the inside of us that reminds us every time something looks bad that we know it has not completed yet. If it's not for my good, it's not done. I just said something there you'll need to hold on to. If it's not good yet, it's not done. Somebody say, put it back in the oven. It needs to cook just a little more. It's not good yet. Richard Wagner said this: joy is not a thing, and it's not things, it is in us. Somebody say, joy is in me. This is why I would respell the word enjoy with an I-N. Because joy is in me. Joy doesn't arrive when you finally get what you want. This is why it's important in manifestation that we understand you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you are abundance, abundance comes. If you are joy, joy comes. If you are love, love appears, because that is who you are. It's the radio station you're tuned into. Number 2, joy comes from surrender, not control. Many of us have still not learned this yet, that by grasping, that's not how you receive peace and joy in your life. By beating things up and making things mold the way you think they should. Marianne Williamson said this: joy is what happens when we allow ourselves to recognize how good things already are. She said joy just happens when you realize how good things already are. You cannot manufacture joy because it's energy. You can't force it. You have to allow it. Rumi said this: when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you. That's joy. In other words, some of you in this space, you've spent your entire life working I was going to say a word I probably shouldn't say today. You've been working your tail end off your whole life doing something that you thought you had to do, believing that your dreams you were not capable of them. But not only were you capable of them, you were culpable for not going after them, and you can still go after your dreams. Somebody say, I can still dream. While you still have a third eye, while you're still awake, you can still dream. Many of us think we can manufacture it, that we can force it, but we are here to allow it. And when you do something from your soul, the river that you feel running through you, Rumi says, that's joy. So when you loosen your grip, life starts to carry you. You have the power of the river with you because you don't have to force life. Number 3, joy is the language of the soul. It's how the soul speaks to the universe. Love is the field. We talked about love last week. Love is the field, it's the entryway, but joy is its song. Can you hear that? Love is the field, but joy is its song. I believe that joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God in your life. That's the sign. That's the signal that God is alive and well on the inside of you. Children live this way, by the way. You ever noticed? Children have this already. They have this because they haven't figured out yet that they need to perform to be spiritual. Kids have that automatic joy. They get lit up over the smallest things. They stay lit until something tells them that they must perform to receive good. How can we unlearn that? Let's deprogram that thing in us that's told us we need to perform in order to be happy or to be joyful. The children have it. They're not trying to do joy because they are joy. Remember your original state. It was playful. It was spontaneous. It was joyful. It was divine. This is what Jesus the Master said. Come to me like children. In fact, there was a scene where Jesus is getting ready to teach. And there were kids who were wanting to come to Jesus. And the disciples stepped up and they're like, whoa, step back now. This is the Master, Jesus. Step back. And they kept the children from coming. And Jesus stood up and rebuked his disciples and he said, stop keeping the children from me. He said, let the children come to me, for they are the example of the kingdom of God. And he said, unless you can come like a child, you'll never enter the kingdom of God. Now, not childish in the sense of immature, but in the sense of open to the awe and the wonder of it all. Hafiz, the great Sufi poet, said, sell your cleverness and purchase bewilderment. Sell your cleverness and purchase bewilderment. It is said in one of the Gospels that there was a man who found a great treasure that was buried in a field. And the treasure that was buried in the field is the example of the treasure that's on the inside of you that's been buried by the conditions of your human experience. And it says that he sold everything he had so that he could purchase the field, so that he could find the treasure that was buried in the field. If we start thinking like children in that regard, we'll find that treasure. Number 4, here it is. Joy is a sacred rebellion because it's quantum intelligence. This is where it gets a little spicy. Because people will think that joy is weakness, but it's not weakness. It's resistance to the low frequency loop of fear, shame, and despair. Here's how it's rebellion in our world. Currently, we're being inundated every single day by every level of language of fear and anxiety and worry and stress. It's not just coming from politics, it's coming from pulpits. By the way, in the back room, they're married to each other. Yes, government and religion has been in bed for a long time, agreeing on how to keep you in bondage. It's got quiet in here. It's a con job. And politics, kingdom, empire, and religion has been in bed for a long time, doing everything it can to keep you from knowing your sovereignty, knowing your agency, knowing your divine nature, because a bunch of divine people would blow the system up. And so I'm just crazy enough to say it. People will say, that's insane. I said, have you seen the world? John Scott's crazy. Have you seen the world? Believing that you should work all of your life, do everything that you can to get by, scrape by, save, do everything you can. Work until you can barely move anymore. And then you're going to live the good life when everything hurts. You don't want to go skiing no more because you don't feel like skiing. You don't want to go to y'all know what I'm talking about? They call it retiring. Well, right in the middle of retire is tired. Right in the middle of it. And retire. So to tire again. And we've bought it. I'm not even joking up in there. I mean, I'm trying to be a little humorous with you, but we have bought into a system that keeps us all in bondage. It's colonized our minds. And if they can't put you in shackles of steel and iron, they put you in shackles of thoughts and ideas. The prisons of our own mind, believing that this system is built. Oh, when it's okay. No, it's not okay. And it's time for us to stand up and say it's not okay. It's time for us to take back our sovereignty and step into our divinity. I know I'm not the only one. So joy is spiritual rebellion because it flies in the face of fear and shame and despair. It is spiritual rebellion against the systems that want you anxious, want you busy, and want you small. Alan Watts said this. If you're not having fun on your spiritual path, you're probably not on a spiritual path at all. I grew up with the people that looked like they'd been baptized in vinegar. They measured the degree of their godliness by the degree of the droop on their chin. I'm saved and look what it's done for me. They would. They'd testify that way. They'd go, if you get saved, you can be just like me. No, it's okay. I'd rather smoke dope. I'm not signing up for that. Whatever you got, I don't want. Joy flies in the face. It's rebellion. It says that this life should be fun. It should be enjoyed. Look at your neighbor and say, for God's sakes, have some fun. Like, plan that stuff. Put it on your calendar. Budget it. Fund your fun. From a quantum perspective, joy creates coherence. This is a proven fact that joy, the act of joy, feeling joyful, causes coherence between the brain, the heart, and the energy field. And it syncs you up with harmony. It makes you magnetic. It causes alignment and releases into your life possibilities. Did you know magnetic and magnificent go hand in hand? And the more magnetic you are, the more magnificent you become aware you are. Your joy is your liberation anthem, because love is the field, but joy is its song. Don't apologize for your joy. Amplify it. I'm going to ask you to take just a moment, if you would. And we're going to take a few minutes to embody this frequency into our being. We did a meditation a little while ago, but during this series, probably every week, we will take a few moments to breathe into the truths so that we can bring the body into full coherence with where it is we want it to go. If you can start to train the body, which is really the second mind, if you can start to train the body to feel the truth of your abundance, to feel the truth of love, to feel the truth of peace and joy as its natural state, instead of chaos and fear, then you become a walking attraction to those very frequencies because you are energy. The problem is that many of us have been in fight, flight, and freeze so long that the reason the body is in charge is because it always thinks that you need to be preserved. Doctors are proving this, that we stay in a constant state of stress, and as a result of that, we cause oxidative stress to the cells in our body, which lead to every major disease known to the medical journals. What I'm sharing with you today, in fact, has the ability to heal your body and your mind, to bring your physical body into joy, and to bring your emotional and mental self into joy. John, are you saying this is a cure? Yes. Because what medication cuts off to make you forget you're not well, this truth turns on what will heal you and make you well. And that's the difference. It's not medication with a side effect. This is the cure with an infect, which causes the affect to become apparent. So I'm going to ask you, if you will, consider closing your eyes for just a moment, feeling the support of the surface beneath you. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly, if you will. I'm going to ask you to breathe in through your nose for about 5 seconds. Slow and gentle. Hold for 2 seconds. And then exhale for 5 seconds. And as you exhale, hear these words. I am safe to be here. I am safe to feel joy. Once again, breathing in through the nose, about 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 2. And exhale. I am safe to be here. I am safe to feel joy. And let's go with this one more time. Gently breathing in. And then hold. And release. I am safe to be here. I am safe to feel joy. Now, because of this simple breathing and focusing on the breath, the heart, the solar plexus, the vagus nerve has been activated, and your body's beginning to feel a sense of safety and warmth. In this feeling now, I'll ask you on the screen of your imagination to recall a moment when you felt pure joy. Maybe it was the day you got engaged. Maybe it was the laugh of a child. Could be anything, but allow yourself to now visualize and then begin to feel that pure joy. And let that memory expand in your chest like ripples in a pond. This energetic thing that is happening in the body now is causing the cells to come alive. You're radiating joy now throughout the entire being. And as the blood circulates through the heart, it carries this energy to the farthest reaches of the body. Now imagine your heart as a radiant sun. It's pulsing joy into every cell of your being. And now inhale. Joy expands beyond your body. And exhale. You send joy out into the room around you, to the community, to the world. And inhale. Joy expands beyond your body. Exhale. Send that joy out into the community, into this room, into the world around you. Allowing the breath to return to its regular rhythm. Consider whispering these affirmations. I am allowed to enjoy my life. I radiate joy because I remember who I am. I don't wait for joy. I am joy embodied. And as we begin to bring this time to conclusion, I'm going to ask you to let your body make one spontaneous, joyful gesture. Maybe it's a smile, a sway. Maybe it's a deep sigh of relief. Just allow the body to experience this expression of joy. And I'm going to ask for one more breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose for about 5 seconds. And on the exhale, we're all going to exhale with a sigh. Ah. So on the in-breath, receiving in. And ah. And on this in-breath and out-breath, the Om together. Everyone breathing in. And so as we bring this time to conclusion, just so there's no confusion as your eyes are beginning to open and maybe a smile on your face, just to make it clear today, happiness happens to you, joy happens through you. Happiness comes and goes, joy comes and stays. Happiness needs a reason, joy needs no permission. Happiness is weather, joy is climate. Happiness is a mood, joy is your nature. Happiness is earned, joy is remembered. Happiness depends on what happens, joy depends on nothing. Happiness fades when circumstances change, but joy glows even in the darkest night. Happiness is an emotion, but joy is a frequency. Happiness reacts, joy radiates. And here's the truth. Happiness is fragile, but joy, unshakable. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm unshakable because I am joy. I'm going to leave you with this blessing. May the joy of the infinite presence rise in you like sunlight in still water. May it warm the places you forgot to love. May it dissolve the contracts you made with heaviness. May joy be your compass when the map disappears. May it be your sanctuary when the world feels loud. Not because life became easier, but because you became more you. May joy be the echo of your soul's yes, and may your life become its song. And so it is. Around here, we're going to take it up a notch or two. Love, joy, and peace is our practice. Imagine what will happen to the world as we practice that day in and day out. Thank you for your willingness to hang around a little later today. I appreciate it. We're going to enter now into our time of joyful giving. Somebody say, I give out of joy because I know all of my needs are supplied. Abundance is natural to me. I am prosperity. I'm not looking for it. I am it. So as we're preparing to receive the offerings today, the tithes and the offerings here for First Unity Spiritual Campus, it's not just for us, it is for you, because when you enter into the law of circulation, you create that circulation coming back to you, flowing through you and from you and for you. The ways to give are on the screen. Text to give to 833-691-6105. You can go to the First Unity app and tap on that yellow heart. You can also use the QR code. You can mail in a check or money order at any time to our P.O. box. Take me back to that last screen. The P.O. box, and then number 5, you can give through the Cash App, which is First Unity SC, that's for Spiritual Campus. But if you go to our website, let me encourage you here. One of the things that I think would be powerful for this community, it would help us to develop a better action and habit of giving, is to sign up for the subscription giving. It makes it easy for you. You don't have to really think about it, but it makes it easier also for us from a budgeting standpoint. If you sign up for that auto giving, you can use the QR code that's coming up on the screen now. Also, they have the QR code on the plates. I believe that this vision and this mission should go forward, thriving, not just surviving. As you give today, think of that. I am giving into this thriving community. I am supporting the light that currently is, and I'm seeding that light into the future. All right, so as the band begins to play, the ushers receive the offering. Give joyfully today. Let me say a special thank you also to those who are online, who are virtual members up north. Many of you getting ready to come back in a month or so, a couple of months. Thank you for your continued support for this community. We love you. We're grateful for you. All right, I'm going to ask you, if you will, to stretch your hands this way. We're going to bless this offering. We want to say thank you. Thank you, God, who is the support and the supplier of abundance in our life. Thank you for the gifts and the talents that you have given to us for us to bring into this planet. We speak a blessing of multiplication over these offerings, not just for the accounts of First Unity, but back to those accounts from those who have given today. We bless these offerings and we say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. Somebody say, so it is. All right, family, I love you.
What a beautiful message. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, little ones. Hi, guys. Join us, join us, join us. Let's sing this anthem together, shall we? Here we grow. We shall know what true love is. Come on, come on. The world are unity. That's what true love is. Beautiful. I love that. Remember, the message begins with you and me sharing it. So this week, be encouraged, shine bright, keep shining because we've got this. And invite a friend. God bless you guys. Have the best day ever. We love you.